Have you ever walked into a room and completely forgotten why you were there? Or maybe you've misplaced your glasses only to find them right on your head. It happens. It's called aging. It's normal. But what if it's not? What if it's more than aging? What if these tiny slips are actually your brain waving a red flag, whispering, something's not right? Dementia doesn't usually come with a loud crash. It tiptoes in, quietly, subtle, and often it fools everyone, even the people closest to you. Today, we're going to talk about the 7 early signs of dementia that are not just forgetfulness, because the earlier you see it, the better chance you have to slow it down, to prepare, to protect your memories, your dignity, and your peace of mind. So let's begin, gently, clearly, honestly. Let's start with something that catches many families off guard: sudden mood or personality changes. It might start small. A cheerful man becomes irritable. A calm woman starts snapping at her children. A once social friend becomes withdrawn, anxious, or angry for no clear reason. Dementia often begins not in the memory, but in the emotions. Why? Because the parts of the brain responsible for regulating mood and impulse control can be affected before memory areas decline. A gentle grandmother might suddenly develop paranoia. She might say things like, "Someone's stealing my things," or "You're hiding something from me." A loving husband might begin showing signs of indifference, no longer interested in what's going on around him, even the things he used to enjoy. What's most confusing is that these changes seem completely out of character, and loved ones often think, maybe they're just in a bad mood. But when these personality shifts persist, when someone becomes someone else, that's not just aging, that's a warning. Tom was 71, always funny, always kind. Then one day, he accused his wife of moving his phone to spy on him. She thought he was joking, but it got worse. He grew suspicious, withdrawn. Eventually, they learned it was early-stage dementia. His mind wasn't broken, but it was changing. The second sign is trouble following conversations. Conversations are more than just talking. They're a dance. We speak, we listen, we respond, all within milliseconds. But when dementia begins, this dance gets disrupted. A person might struggle to follow a group conversation. They might lose their place mid-sentence, pause awkwardly trying to find the right word, or answer a question that was never asked. What's worse, they may try to hide it. They'll laugh along, nod quietly, or steer the topic away. This sign is often misread as hearing loss, and sometimes it is. But when someone can hear but not follow, that's cognitive. That's deeper. Mary, age 68, was sharp as a tack until family dinners. She started avoiding them, saying they were too noisy. But it wasn't the noise. It was the flow of the talk, too fast, too layered. Her neurologist confirmed early dementia, and her brain was struggling to keep up. If someone you love suddenly seems checked out during conversations, pay attention. They may be fighting to stay present and losing. The third sign is poor judgment with money or safety. Dementia doesn't just forget names. It forgets how to think, how to weigh risks, read situations, and make sound decisions. You might see a loved one giving money to strangers on the phone, falling for scams, leaving the stove on, wearing winter clothes in summer, going for a walk, and forgetting how to get back home. These aren't senior moments. These are lapses in logic, decision-making, and safety. The tragedy is, many families don't notice until it's too late. Elaine was 74, living independently. She started buying random things from late-night TV ads. Then she wired $5,000 to someone claiming her grandson was in jail. That was the wake-up call. Her family thought she was just being generous, until they realized she was being taken advantage of. If your loved one starts making risky financial choices or unsafe decisions, talk with a doctor, not just a lawyer, because this is more than confusion. It's the brain losing its ability to protect itself. The fourth sign is misplacing items in strange places. We all misplace things: keys, glasses, remote controls. But dementia does something different. It doesn't just hide things, it puts them where they don't belong. A purse in the freezer, a phone inside a shoe, a watch in the sugar jar. And here's the scary part. They often forget they put it there. Then they blame others for stealing. This confusion isn't just forgetfulness, it's spatial disorientation and memory breakdown. Raj, age 69, put his wallet in the microwave and cooked it for 30 seconds. He couldn't explain why. When his daughter asked, he genuinely believed someone had broken in and switched wallets. This kind of behavior should never be laughed off. It's a sign that the brain is struggling to organize, recall, and reason. The fifth sign is withdrawal from hobbies or social life. One of the quietest signs of dementia is someone pulling away. They stop going to the community center. They drop their favorite hobbies. They avoid phone calls, visits, even family events. It's not depression, although it can look like it. It's the brain sensing that it can't keep up. It feels hard, exhausting, embarrassing. So the person retreats into their shell. Janet loved gardening and book club, but she started missing meetings, then stopped going altogether. She said she was tired, not in the mood, but the truth? She couldn't remember what book they were reading, and she didn't want anyone to notice. Withdrawal is a defense mechanism. They're trying to protect their dignity, but they're also losing their joy. If someone is suddenly not themselves socially, ask why. It may be deeper than sadness. It may be dementia. The sixth sign is difficulty planning or solving problems. Dementia quietly attacks the brain's executive function, the ability to plan, organize, and follow steps. You might notice that your loved one is having trouble cooking from a recipe they've used for years. They may struggle to pay monthly bills. They may get confused with steps in a familiar routine, like how to start the car or set the table. They may even mix up medications or forget when to take them. It's not just slowing down, it's losing the steps, the process, the rhythm. Your father, who used to build model airplanes, now can't follow the instructions on a cereal box. Your mother, who ran the household budget, now doesn't know how to write a check. It's subtle at first, but then it becomes dangerous, especially with medications, gas stoves, or driving. The seventh and final early sign is forgetting words or using the wrong ones. This is one of the clearest early signs. It might start with struggling to find the right word, then repeating the same phrase over and over, then calling a watch a hand clock, or talking around the word they can't recall. This can be frustrating for the person and confusing for their family. George said, "Can you pass me the thing for time?" He meant clock. His wife laughed at first, but then it happened with dozens of words, every day. This is called aphasia, when the brain struggles with language recall. It's not that they're not trying, it's that the word is gone. Let's take a deep breath. This was a lot, but it was important. Let's recap what we've learned. First, sudden mood or personality changes that don't make sense. Second, trouble following conversations that used to be easy. Third, poor judgment with money or safety that's out of character. Fourth, misplacing items in places that don't make sense. Fifth, withdrawal from hobbies or social life that used to bring joy. Sixth, difficulty planning or solving problems, even simple ones. And seventh, forgetting words or using the wrong ones, often without realizing. These signs don't confirm dementia, but they should never be ignored. The earlier we notice, the earlier we act, the better we can care for ourselves or our loved ones. If you recognized one or two signs in yourself, don't panic. If you saw them in a loved one, don't wait. Talk to your doctor. Get evaluated, because early diagnosis can lead to better planning, better treatment, and more time. More time to laugh, more time to connect, more time to live. Your memories matter. Your dignity matters. You matter. If this video helped you, please like it. And if you care about your health and your future, subscribe for more senior-friendly, real, honest advice. We're here to walk with you, one step at a time.